Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, April 7th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame here. In the previous session, we were looking for a continuation day to the downside and looking for a move down to about 44.45 to 44.50, and we got to move right into 44.44s. So good high precision there, met the yearly composite VWAP to date here. The year-to-date composite VWAP met that. But today, again, continues to signal signs of new lows ahead. You got the early pullback here to or above the previous session's midpoint, and so far you're seeing some rejection develop here in the previous hour. Additionally, that's right at about the 4,500 level, which was prior support. This could turn into an inverse checkmark trend day down again, where we're pushing lower. Again, if we're going to push off these highs here, we could be looking at another 80-point day downward, where we're looking at about 4,400 to about 4,412 as the next target zone. So again, watching for this continuation here, unless price can push back above 4,500 soon. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. The NQ has similar structure here in that the previous session, big sell-off, reaching our downside targets and then some that we anticipated here. Additionally, this morning we've seen a bit of a pullback, and then in the last hour, a strong rejection off the 14.6 level. We've been averaging about 330 to 360 points per day on a 10 and 5-day split. This could be another one of those 400-point days like yesterday if it were to drop through these lows here. So again, the early pullback currently being defended. A push through the 14.4s opens up another couple hundred points down. We could be looking at a move into 14.2 up ahead. All right, taking a look here at crude oil. Crude oil here finally dropped into the 95, 96 zone, hitting 95.73 yesterday. Today's low 95.43. We mentioned before that if price got into the 95, 96 zone again, we'd be looking for signs of rejection, because that could lead to a pop back to 105, 106, followed by a move that could take us back to 115, 116. So basically, we're at the edge here. We haven't quite found super significant rejection just yet, but if you look at the 60-minute charts, you do definitely see a lower low failure. You see a sharp rejection here today and a nice push higher off of those lows. So again, if price can continue to hold on this little pullback here, call it 96.75, 97, there's a shot to continue higher here today. But it would be nice to see one good flush here of the previous month's low. That could provide a very clear path back toward 105. So watching this area closely here early on in the day. Taking a look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crypto-related instruments here saw significant selling pressure in the previous session. One of the biggest down days we've seen in a while. One of the things that has followed typically after those down days is a smaller range day, followed by a bounce. And so again, you know, what we were looking for early on this month was for a pullback as deep as the midpoint of the month, and we've now reached the exact midpoint of the month and bounced pretty hard. 42,720 is today's low, and we're back above the previous session's low in strong fashion. If we can continue to see a hold off of that level, which is 43,130, if we can continue to see price hold that zone, there's a shot to get a bounce back up here, back toward 45K in the near term. Now, does this develop into a bigger buy opportunity to new highs? Is this the path forward to 52,000? I did initially think that a pullback to 42,000 could provide a move to 52,000, and we've gotten that move. Not quite to 42 even, but 42,720. So depending on how we play out here and how good of a rejection we see, this might be good enough to see if we can at least retest the recent highs, if not push through those highs and make a move for 52K. Still in a nice uptrending mode here, still a great rounded bottom. Again, headwinds across the board here, but a nice discount here after a strong move up. This could provide the next near-term buying opportunity. So continue to watch the previous session's low for rejection. Looking at ETH, this one's up on the day about 0.2%. This one also seeing a rejection of prices below yesterday's low. Price got below there after hours yesterday, rejected those levels and already pushing away from those points. This is a buy signal here in the form of an extreme reversal buy signal that can tend to snap prices back up. Again, this is a test inside the pivot range and the PIMA trigger zone, and so again that could provide additional bounce opportunity here. Now again, gonna keep an eye on that 3,000 level, the midpoint for this one and Bitcoin, because any failure there opens up the previous month's low. So the only level left to test would be down here. So that's why this is such an important zone. We can get below it. There can be a trap below it and a bounce back above it, but if it gets below and it cannot reestablish back above, that would open up a lower area here. So continuing to watch this to see how we develop here, but again, this one's showing bullish tendencies here flowing within the higher value relationship at the moment, and that could provide a boost out of this range. A failure to do so opens up a return back down toward recent support. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.